सल्यूट सैल्यूट। जैसे थे प्रार्थना शुरू।
दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना, हमारे ज्ञान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ, अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना, बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा, दिलों में प्रेम का सागर, हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना, हमारा कर्म हो सेवा, हमारा धर्म हो सेवा, सदा ईमान हो सेवा, वो सेवक चर बना देना, वतन के वास्ते जीना, वतन के वास्ते मरना, वतन पर जान फिदा करना, प्रभु हमको सिखा देना, दया कर दान भक्ति का हमें परमात्मा देना, दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना।
Thank you everyone. Please be seated. I now request Sri Amar Chetri, Joint Director of Scouts Program and Training, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir. Amar sir, the screen is all yours.
Joining. Very good afternoon to all fellow messengers of peace, Team India. On behalf of the Bharat Scouts and Guides and on behalf of MOP Team India, I take this privilege to welcome Madam Cynthia Ji, Senior Manager, Educational Initiatives and Messenger of Peace, World Scout Bureau Global Support Center, to our webinar. We are really grateful to you. We know your hectic schedule these days. Despite of your hectic schedule, you made to inspire our young people. You are regularly accepting our invitation and inspiring our young people. That's why Bharat Scouts and Guides is none than others in the project under SDG goals. I take this privilege once again to welcome you, ma'am. And I'm sure with your deliberation, the young people of the Bharat Scouts and Guides will definitely work on various WOSM initiatives. We have organized a series of webinars starting from 1st of February, and this will conclude till April, May. And our main vision is that during this pandemic, we would like to retain our young people through engagement in virtual mode. And this webinar is under growth strategy also. So I'm sure your deliberation is definitely inspiring to our young people, and our young people will know about the art tribe from your deliberation. I also take this privilege to welcome our former Deputy International Commissioner Scout, Mr. Madhusudan Avala, the WOSM consultant, as well as the core team member of the MOP India. He is always with the Bharat Scouts and Guides. We are just waiting to hear the result in the evening about his flying color, and we would like to see him a member of the APR Scout Committee this evening. Welcome you, Madhu sir. We have our core team member from MOP Team India, Mr. Pankaj Gupta, who is will support as a resource speaker during this webinar. I am very thankful to all our MOP local coordinators who are working day and night to make this webinar a grand success and a memorable one. And friends, I'm very happy to announce that India has received APR MOP Hero Award 2022, and that will be announced during this ongoing APR Scout Conference. So I would like to congratulate each one of you, each one of the Messenger of Peace Team India for this honor bestowed by Asia Pacific region. We have also received the honor to be recognized as MOP APR Recognition Award 2022, that also bestowed to the Bharat Scouts and Guides. This all credit goes to our team MOP India, who are working day and night and inspiring the young people and creating impact of scouting in the community. With this, I would like to congratulate each one of you, congratulate Madam Kumud Mehra for initiating this webinar, and all the young people of the Bharat Scouts and Guides for joining this webinar. I'm sure the deliberations imparted by our respected Madam Cynthia Marcos, Senior Manager especially for the educational initiatives and MOP, will definitely aid milestone in the history of the Bharat Scouts and Guides. And I would like to thank Madhuji for initiating all support to the National Headquarters in organizing this series of webinar on WASM initiatives. With this, once again, I welcome all our young people, all the core team member on the staff of this webinar. I welcome each and everyone who are viewing this webinar via BSG YouTube channel, as well as joining through our Zoom. And friends, once you complete this webinar, I'm sure you will definitely implement in your local level, in your unit level, and inspire many more young people to take these innovative tasks and the initiatives of the World Organization of the Scout Movement. With this, I welcome our Director, Bharat Scouts and Guides, Shri Rajkumar Kaushik ji, also in the webinar, as well as all the professionals of the Bharat Scouts and Guides. And with this, all MOP Team India respecting that our MOP core team member, Mr. Madhuji, will come out with flying color this evening. And we would like to advance congratulations to Madhu sir for your achievement. And we would like to hear a good news in the evening. Once again, I welcome Madam Cynthia ji, and we can initiate now on this webinar. Over to Madam Kumud ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your warm words of welcome. Let us start our webinar with a short welcome video to mark the beginning of our today's webinar, requesting our IT team to please do the honors and play the video.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि। चतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय
Thank you, team. Amongst us here today, we have with us a very inspiring person and also a proactive leader. Yes, it is none other than Sri Madhusudan Avala, Wasam Consultant. Welcome, sir. We would like to take this opportunity to request you to say a few words to our participants and attendees. Over to you, Madhu, sir.
I think Madhu sir is in conference.
Okay, so I think without any further ado, he'll join us shortly. We'll be eagerly waiting to hear from him. But before that, let's proceed for the events that we've planned for the day. Over to Shubham.
Thank you, Dakshana. The Earth Tribe is a new educational initiative that unites young people in a global youth movement for environmental action. The new initiative focuses on developing the key competencies needed to enable young people to become environmental leaders. Moving ahead with the program, I am honored to invite on screen the charming, the enthusiastic, and the always inspiring lady, Ms. Cynthia Marquez, ma'am, Senior Manager, Educational Initiatives and Messengers of Peace, World Scout Bureau Global Support Center, who is all here today to motivate and inspire young people to take forward the Earth Tribe initiative launched by WOSM. Before we begin, we request all the participants to utilize the Q&A in the Zoom and chat button of the webinar and put your questions in YouTube live chat. Over to you, ma'am. The screen is all yours.
Namaste to you all, and I'm always very happy and privileged to be able to talk to the Bharat Scouts and Guides family. And congratulations for all the achievements and recognitions that you are earning during the closing of the cycle of Asia Pacific region. It's only well deserved, and for sure testimony of all the hard work that you, your leaders in the National Scout Organization and the young people are doing to create a better world and to help your communities. So big applause for you all, and let's get more excited about what we can do. So I've been asking you to introduce yourself. I've seen that there are people from different cities, from different locations and positions, young people, adult leaders, and this is not the first time I talk about the Earth Tribe, but I would like as much as we can, if we can stay active. We have, as our Masters of Ceremony are pointing out, we have a YouTube channel as well, and we are in Zoom, and we are ready to answer your questions if you have. So let's get started. I want first to check if you can use your reactions, if you can use the chat, and please tell me if you see Scouts for SDGs on your screen. Please say yes on the chat, or please say yes on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Okay, we are there. We will try to do this very interactive, and I want to learn from what is happening in India, what is happening in your city, and how can you activate the Earth Drive also through Bharat Scouts and Guides. So moving on, this, as I know, I see already that you've been talking about the world initiatives in the past weeks, and this one will be about the Earth Drive. So first of all, I would like you to imagine what will be the dream that you have for India or for your city if you could create the best possible conditions for environment and for your people. How does that look? How does that look? The best possible conditions, environmental, in the environmental aspect. How would you like to see your city? How would you like to see your country? How would you like your people to feel? Can you share on the chat? What will make you really happy? Neat and clean. Okay. Thank you, Kanika. Neat and clean. World with greeny and great cleanness. Pure air. Yes, we learned very much through the pandemic that when we stop, there's a lot more to see than cloudy and smog. No poverty, plastic free. No deforestation as well in terms of our planet. Greeny. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts here in the chat. Plastic free. Okay. Greeny and clean, plastic free, peaceful. Okay. Well, I see some common topics here in India. You are talking about plastic. You are talking about waste. Pollution in the air, pollution in the environment. You are talking about water as well, and some growth. Well, probably you know this already, but I want to share with you that any first step for us to make a very strong drive, a very strong mobilization and network, is that we have in mind a vision of what we want to achieve. What will make us jump of excitement. This is what I want to see. And if you want to see your street plastic free, that's a dream that will make me jump like this. It doesn't have to be a very big dream to start. You can start with your street. You want to see your street plastic free. And if this makes you excited, the next step that you need to achieve is to make others excited and get others to start imagining the same dream as you are doing. You've done this through Messengers of Peace, and now we can do this through Earth Drive. Now, here you see an image where many of us have dreamed, or some of us, we are dreaming. And if you are imagining this dream, plastic-free India, clean water, pollution, saving the forest, what is the future? What are the steps? What are the things that you need to do? The next best step that you need to do to start working on your dream? That will be one question for you. what is the next step that you need to take to make your dream of plastic-free India or clean water India or a very forested India? What is the next step that you need to take to start moving ahead towards your dream? Some say educate students. That could be clean ourselves first. We have to make people aware. That's very important, the word that you are mentioning. We need to make people aware. We need to be aware of certain things that either are making the issue, are making the problem, and you need to not only make people excited, as we are saying, but we also need to make people aware and people think. All kinds of people. We need all possible professions or disciplines and knowledge to achieve a very green India, a very green city, and a very green planet. You need to know that we look at your country, and I say we, considering myself as a person working in the global office or a person from my own country, very tiny El Salvador. We look at your country in so many different ways because you are so many, because you are so organized, you have such rich culture, and you have a very passionate drive to embrace and to restore things when you work together. And we admire you in many ways, all peoples from India and Bharat Scouts and Guides. So beyond of the network that you have with Bharat Scouts and Guides, you have the potential of all your citizens and the passion of your culture that can bring this Earth Drive into success and make a free planet. So the next step, you are saying right, is make people aware. People aware around you, in your family, your friends, your scout friends, the young people in your city, the young people in your schools, and all other adults, how they can support and make efforts to be part of the tribe. For the young ones that are listening us here, what we want to create with our tribe is a small environment that helps you learn different skills that make you feel empowered now through the Earth Tribe, so that when you are adults, when you are coming into adulthood and coming into society, you are ready to mobilize this dream, not only with a community project through scouting, but also through your profession, through the institutions that you work with, because the Earth Tribe doesn't end when scouting finished in your life. We all need to be part of a tribe that is protecting the planet, and that's the call for action from Earth Tribe. And we want you to become an active citizen, and we want you to be ready to bring this call for action beyond scouting and in all the other organizations where you are taking part of. So tell me now, what organizations and what professions do you have, to see how many different minds can we put together to protect our planet? You are a student, but tell me what kind of student. Are you a student of engineering? Are you a student of medicine, professional? What institution are you working with? Okay, we have some medical professional, chemistry, very important. We will need that a lot. And also doctors. We need doctors for Earth, commerce, banking, tourism, profession, history. You are a fellow, you are in engineering, medical, a young guide, matters, computer science, social science, lawyers, botany, hospitality. And don't think that your profession, because it's not obviously related with environment, we don't need you. We need you because you have a unique perspective on how protection for environment can come into your profession, can come into your institution. And that's the level of awareness that you need to bring. We are not protecting the planet because we are scouts and because we are going out on nature. We can protect our planet because from our profession, from sociology, from an educator, from engineers, from a student, we can do things in our environment that can help protect the planet. We can all be part of the tribe that protects the planet. You can stop me when you want. We will be answering questions as we go. So I will move to what is the youth program and what is Scouts for SDGs, if in case you have not heard about it. And I'm saying in case because I know Bharat Scouts and Guides have shared this with you a lot, but we still find people, and it's okay, that they are not quite clear of what the Sustainable Development Goals are. So can someone share with me what are the Sustainable Development Goals? What do you understand these goals are? We have coordinators, we have army soldiers. What do you understand Sustainable Development Goals are? That's the first point of awareness that we need to have. This is the first, the fundamental of any work for Earth Tribe is becoming more informed about the Sustainable Development Goals. What do you understand Sustainable Development Goal is, or SDGs? Areas that we can create impact on society? Yes, very true. We want to create an impact in society in 17 areas. You are looking at them now here, if you were not familiar with them. They are a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future. That's true. It's like a roadmap of the future that we want to see. They are addressing global challenges. That's true, that we are facing. Many of you probably are facing some of those. People in your city are facing many of these. They tackle inequality, climate change, environment degradation. That's also very true. So these goals were set up by all our countries, to say that by the year 2030, which is not too far now, this is in 9 years, 8 years. By the year 2030, we will manage to eliminate or decrease poverty, decrease people with hunger, increase our health and well-being, have a better education, quality of education that involves non-formal or involves scouting education. We also say that there will be equality among genders, that we will take care of water and it will be clean, that energies will be renewables and more efficient in the way we use it, that we will have decent growth, decent work and growth in our economic pursuits, that the infrastructures in our city will be better, that there will be less inequalities among peoples from different conditions, that our cities will become more sustainable in the way we live, that we will be more responsible in the way we consume. Hopefully, though we cannot go back to where we were, we will reduce the impact of climate change. We will protect the life in water and in land. And this hopefully will bring peace, justice, with the help of many institutions, and that we can get together in many coalitions and partnerships to achieve all these goals. This is the main objective of the SDGs that we set up with the countries. Scouts help to define these SDGs with the UN, with the United Nations. So India is very big and you are from many cities. What is the most pressing issue that you see in your city from all these 17 squares or 17 SDGs? Maybe you can pick one, maybe you can pick two, maybe you see more. Shifte is setting poverty. Poverty is one main issue. And you need to know that poverty is related to environmental aspects. And when there's poverty, there's also hunger. And it's very much related to environmental issues as well. Economic problems. Okay, thank you, Bhavika, for sharing. I'm looking at the chat also on YouTube if you want to leave your message on YouTube channel. Affordable and clean energy, that's very true. Also, there's an issue there, especially in the rural areas, sometimes in the cities as well. Access to energy is very limited. So moving on, resources for development, inequality, gender equality, educational problems. Each of those that you are mentioning is very correlated with environmental issues because all the 17 SDGs are interconnected. You can visit our Scouts for SDG hub, that is the site for Scouts to get more informed about what we do and resources that we have for sustainable development. I'm just dropping the link in our chat in Zoom, and one of our hosts can share it on YouTube as well. sdg.scout.org, you can visit for more information. So since 2018, all of us, we are committed to be part of Scouts for SDG mobilization. How many of you have heard about it? And I want you to tell me if you have heard about it or if you have not heard about it. Scouts for SDG mobilization is aiming for all our 57 million Scouts to get engaged into addressing issues related with sustainable development, as you saw in the 17 areas of work or the 17 SDGs. Are you a Scout for SDGs? What does it mean to be a Scout for SDGs? Well, being a Scout for SDGs is being aware of the 17 goals, being ready to take action to address some of the issues in your city. And that's why you need to be aware of what are the issues affecting your city and your country, because only then you can help others and start getting organized and start thinking on ways on how you can contribute to achieve the 17 SDGs. Harshita is mentioning one topic that is very harsh in India, and we see them in the news, and it's rape. It's the fourth most common crime against women in India. And it's, and I'm very sorry that this is a reality there. And poverty is related to that. And lack of awareness is related to that. And lack of sustainable cities is related to that. And we can do many things from our Scout projects and from our helping the environment and helping some of the initiatives. We have other initiatives that are not in Earth Tribe that can support in a more direct way to this, but we can certainly contribute in a better environment and health and awareness for people that are suffering from that situation. This is an effect of crowded cities, not very green cities, and lack of awareness and violence. So Scouts for SDGs contribute for the education for sustainable development, community development through service. This is the two main areas that we want to tackle with Scouts for SDGs. So if you are passionate about bringing sustainability into your city, and if you want to activate through community service, then you are a Scout for SDGs, and you just need to take the next steps to be part of the journey. We want to enrich the youth program for the adults who are listening here, and we want to use the guiding principles for programs to implement community actions. Our main purpose is to inspire young people, to enable young people to take action in addressing specific issues, and to deliver better communities to help young people to become active citizens and to address the issues in our community. All those impacts we want to achieve. How we can achieve this? The main purpose of Scouts for SDGs and also Earth Tribe is for young people to become active citizens. And we want to create a virtuous cycle where community development is helping and being achieved through the actions of young people. So if any of you or all of you start activating or thinking on an idea of a project, that means that your community will improve and we will see increasing conditions in your community and more sustainable cities that will have an effect on health and well-being, that can have an wider effects on people being interested in coming, economical development, and so on, because this is like a domino effect. When we can support in one area, the others start becoming also better and stronger. We want to connect Scouts with all our adults, but we also want to connect Scouts with community members and partners, and all together work in development, in our goals, in development of young people and improvement of our communities. So how many of you are ready for this journey? Probably you are already engaged in some of these journeys and getting eager to implement EarthDrive, and Bharat Scouts and Guides has done an amazing job. So who are the main actors and who we want to see on the lead of all of these activities? We want to see young people, and I'm very happy to see many young people here and on the chat, because we want you to be the main leaders of all our initiatives and our projects and the improvements in the community. You are the ones who we want to support. We want to see you leading initiatives, projects, actions. Also, we will be supporting you. And when I say we, is Global Office, Bharat Scouts and Guides, regional offices, your National Scout Organization, your districts, all of us, WASM, we want to support young people. We want to be there. We want to be there with resources, with ideas, with materials, with coaching, mentoring. So you are able to develop your idea of project, your idea of improving your community and making it into action. We will be supporting you to reach out to community members. You can also reach out to community members, and they are experts, and we want to invite experts to join you. And we are making efforts to bring different partners and donors to support your efforts, and with grants, expertise, knowledge, etc. I see many people ready, and I'm happy to see Bharat Scouts ready on this. So all the actions that we can do at the end of the day can contribute to achieve the SDGs and to achieve sustainable cities and to achieve the issues that you see happening or affecting your communities. Now, this is what we want to contribute until 2030. This is what we want to contribute, but be flexible on what you are doing. And this is how we want to frame the different contribution that we do in different environments. There are different areas. And we want to develop competencies for you and contribute to specific SDGs at the same time. So all of these institutions are helping us, helping you. And if you have a country office, or maybe there's a partner in your city that is related to any of these, reach out to them, talk about how your Scouts, that we have different collaborations together, and they will be happy to help you for EarthDrive and all the WASM initiatives as well. Now, if we go to EarthDrive in specific, there are 5 areas that we are focusing on: environment and sustainability, and we have a number of challenges. We are focusing on climate action, responsible consumption, and nature and biodiversity and clean energy. And we have others that could be related, but we will not go in depth this time. We have also national Scout organizations, and we want to hear about your projects because they can be scaled up to what we do in our efforts for EarthDrive. And let's have a look now of what could be the EarthDrive initiatives. So let's go into depth into EarthDrive. I will stop here if you have any questions of what we've talked so far, and I will go in deep for EarthDrive. And we have a request: please do not share your information email through the chat. This is part of your identity, your private information. Do not share it with the public here. We are all mindful of safe from harm, but this is private information. Please do not share it through the chat. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Let's go for a tribe. What do we mean by tribe? Have you heard the word tribe? Is that something that you know? What does it mean in your city, in your country, or for you? Live in the forest. Some of the tribes live in the forest, not all the tribes. We are one tribe in Scouting, and we live in the cities. Hilly regions, that's a misperception. Tribe is a group of people that are connected. Many tribes are living outside of the cities, but the tribes are people who gather together among certain values and practices. We are a tribe that want to create a better world. There are in different communities. There is social division and traditional societies. Well, here you are saying that live in the forest, but not only live in the forest. Tribes are groups of humans that are getting together around certain practices. And the tribes that we know, the native tribes, the original tribes in our countries, in our cities, were certainly having better practices to be in contact with nature. Thank you, Chandana. Yes, people connected to nature. They had rituals that were aiming to respect local costumes, local nature, local geography, and that's part of what we want to emulate with the tribe. So here is what we have. Earth Tribe, what is it? A global community with shared values collaborating to protect our planet for common well. Would you like to be part of that tribe? A global community sharing values, collaborating to protect our planet. Yes, you mentioned that many of these are indigenous tribes. And the truth is that we want to learn from our indigenous tribes and their principles and their practices, because we consider that their philosophy is stronger in terms of protecting nature, respecting the natural environments, making unity between humans and our planet. They also identify themselves with nature, and that's how they were protecting them in a more significant way. And that kept them, and it keeps us more healthy and increase on well-being, because we keep connected with nature. And they also managed to have sustainable ways of living as they were respecting and protecting nature. Could you share with us if you have some of the native tribes that you know in your culture, in your community, and what could be values or principles that you admire from them that can bring you awareness to be part of the Earth Tribe with us? Taru and Bukash are tribes in Nainital. Okay, what are the values of those tribes that you admire, that can inspire you to be part of the Earth Tribe? They are still living with nature today. They protect the forest, yes. They respect and they admire the forest. It's like a deity. And there are different spiritual beliefs among all of us. And admiring the nature is one of them. Last but not least, we want this tribe to be a mobilization for sustainable action. We want you to get organized and get connected and have these goals that can bring us further, that can address the issues affecting your local communities in a sustainable way, that brings sustainable action. So who can help you and who can help us to be part of this tribe and make it stronger? We can take part of our community with local businesses, educational institutions, local governments, donors, and NGOs. And you mentioned your professions and some of your occupations, but maybe you can mention some of the institutions that you work with, and this is also, they could be part of this effort to protect our environment. What do we need to activate in your province or in your country or in your district to make this tribe stronger and more aware of what we are trying to achieve? We need adult leaders, because that's one of the supports that we need for young people. We need value word for our children and our culture. That's very true. We need to give them knowledge so they can get integrated with other organizations as well. Yes, thank you very much. We should respect their culture and traditions. Yes. We need to give them education. That's very true. Well, we need also to organize how we can engage and support young people to develop leadership skills. We need to help them to be ready in organizational structures. We need them to be ready to communicate the goals and communicate the aspirations and outcomes that we want to achieve as a tribe. Organize community assessments and prepare them for problem solving and resource mobilization for their projects, monitoring and evaluation, and sharing the outcomes and impact of what they are doing. In your National Scout organization and your youth program, what can you do to connect Earth Tribe to all what we are talking about? We have different elements, and we will go through some of them here. We have individuals. It's all the young people. We need to give them education. Yes, we have adults, and we have partners as well, and community members. We are offering learning paths through Earth Tribe with educational objectives, with activities and projects, and we have recognition elements that you can use as well. Each of you that start your journey on the Earth Tribe as individuals, young person or adult, will eventually be part of a global community that is protecting the planet. That's the aim that we want to achieve. So the learning paths to be part of this Earth Tribe effort, there are 4. Have a look here and let me know which one are you more interested to start with. You can explore the 4 of them, but you can start with 1. And each of those is connected with certain SDGs. We have one part that is about better choices, how to improve the way we consume things and how we manage the waste, develop sustainable habits to have eco-friendly lifestyles. That's the first path. The second path is nature and biodiversity, and this is about learning how to connect with nature, protect nature and species, and have more sustainable practices as well. We have the path of clean energy, and here we need to be innovative and find different ways and use different ways of energy solution as well. And the last is healthy planet, and here we want to manage waste, protect water bodies, rivers, oceans, and prevent them from pollution and clean the pollution that is already there. So there's no order to start with any of those. We can start with any, and you can start with any of them, and we have recognition elements for each. I see many are interested in nature and biodiversity. Others are interested in clean energy, prevent all kinds of pollutions. Excellent. We have different topics for different interests. So what are the environmental issues affecting nature and environment in your country? Now that you see what are the paths to start your journey on Earth Tribe, what are the issues that you want to solve? Reduce pollution, was many of you were mentioning. Plastic free, yes, okay. So you need to start with healing the planet. Garbage dump, That's true. Reduce noise. That's also another kind of pollution, and we can develop ideas and solutions for that. Excellent. So now that we have a path ready, we need to develop and start with our own personal objectives. What do we want to achieve? What do we want? So we need to be aware of what do we want to learn, what is the issue, what is the cause of the problem, what could be potential solutions, and we need to start cooperating with others, get expert support, get NGOs that are also working on that. Maybe they have the infrastructure. We can plan together and design solutions. Ask community members, what will they prefer? What is more urgent for them? And then we need to act, and we can act through a community service action, through an action of capacity building, through mobilizing resources, tree planting, cleanups, different ways depending on the project that you want to do, installing or bringing green energy solutions. And that's how we start mobilizing as part of a tribe, how we start getting together and cooperating with others. You can find in the Earth Tribe site, and I will share it in short, different objectives that you can set for yourself. We want you to set your own objectives and your own goals for your journey as a member of the Earth Tribe. Here you can have different objectives. There are manuals and there are activities as well. Each of you will choose, what do you want to be? Do you want to be an advocate for better choices? Do you want to be a champion for nature and biodiversity? Maybe you want to be an innovator for clean energy, or you want to become a healer for your planet. You can choose how to start. You can aim for more than one of the journeys that we have in Earth Tribe. You can have your identity, you can follow your call for action and work together with others. Pooja wants to be a champion. Excellent. And there are others that wants to be healers or innovators, and I'm very excited to hear all of you already engage. Now it's time to go on activities and projects. We have a selection of activities. You can pick based on your objectives and the goals that you set for yourself, what activities you want to do, and adult leaders can offer you different options. We have different recognition campaigns. We are coming close to the Earth Hour. That's one of our strongest activities that we have all around the world. And there are others that you can work with and you can work with our partners. How can you get your recognition or your badge? Once you set up your goals, you are doing the personal plan. To do your personal plan, you need to make a self-assessment. How much you know, how much you want to do, how much are you aware of different paths, and then you set goals of what you want to learn, what you need to do or activate on your side. And once you have your personal plan, you start taking action, do the projects, have a meeting, visit an institution, meeting with an expert, organize a training, bring an expert to your scout group, get to learn what is the community council saying, or you want to visit some deforested areas and the people who live there and tell them how they think will be the best way to approach. You start activating your plan. And once you finish with your activities and your project, you can do a celebration and recognition with your adult leader, and you can get 3 recognitions at the moment. You can either get the Champions for Nature badge, or the Scouts Go Solar badge, or the Tide Turners Plastic badge. In all of the cases, you can complete it with the Earth Tribe pin as a member of Earth Tribe. Once you are a member of Earth Tribe, you can continue your exploration and other paths and explore other badges that you can do once you finish the first one. The badges are available for all the ages in different levels. Your community project will be different. You will do different activities based on your interests and your skills. And that's something that you will agree with your adult leader. If any of you is on age, maybe you are above 18 and you want to pursue your Scouts of the World Award through your environmental project from Earth Tribe, you can also do it, and you can connect this with your adult leader and with your National Scout organization, and we can also support you on this. Some countries, and I believe India probably has one, have Scout centers for excellence and nature and environment and sustainability. Some of them are offering educational programs on environment. Maybe you can find it in other countries. There are many in the Asia Pacific region, and maybe your project wants to be about getting the accreditation for one of your Scout centers in your city. So that's also another option how you can bring awareness to different places. Since it's working with Earth Tribe together, they are promoting environmental education. You can find different resources in earthtribe.scout.org. You have manuals and action kit for Earth Tribe and the different challenges. And you can also share your story in sdg.scout.org so we can all bring together awareness and share our best practices. And I want to know, how excited are you now to share SDGs, Better World, and Earth Tribe? And we will be open the time remaining for questions and answers. And thank you very much for your attention. I see no questions in the questions and answers. If you have some, you can leave it there, or you can leave it in the chat. I see Rajesh is fully inspired. I'm happy to hear that. Your leaders in Bharat Scouts and Guides are doing an excellent job to promote a lot of this. So thank you very much for all the efforts of the National Scout Organization.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for wonderfully explaining in detail about the Earth Tribe initiative in a very interactive manner that engaged all of us. And if any of our participants has any questions, please do use our chat box or the Q&A box, and you can get your doubts and questions clear.
I see some hands raised. Let's see. Ridhima, get ready to ask your question, please. Can you hear us, Ridhima?
Ridhima, you're unmuted. You can talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. What is your question, Ridhima? We see your hand raised. Do you have a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being in the session. I see Sashin. Am I pronouncing the names correctly? If not, I'm sorry.
Hello, ma'am. There's a question in the chat box which says, do we get any instruction booklet type to join systematically for the
Yes,
Earth Tribe?
of course. I share the link here. I'm sharing it again on the chat. You can visit earthtribescout.org and you can have access there to different resources. You can find resources for Earth Tribe implementation in the National Scout Organization, but also you can find resources of activity kits for each of the challenges, for Champions for Nature, for Tide Turner's Plastic, and for Scouts Go Solar. And we continue developing resources with our partners. So stay tuned. During the year, we will have additional resources, activities, and your National Scout Organization for sure is working also in translating some of the resources as well for you. There's a dream that you are sharing here if the SDGs will become compulsory sometime, hopefully. But for the moment, we are counting on you bringing the awareness and the SDG programs to more young people and more Scouts and more community members, so you can bring them awareness Many of them don't know about this, don't know about SDGs. They don't know how to be part of a mobilization. So we invite you to invite them. We invite you to get informed and be part of this activation of people for our planet and environment. I'm leaving the site again for the ones who are asking, and I'm also leaving scout.org, sdgscout.org, so you can share your stories. We want to hear how you do it. And I will just quickly share before we go, and I think my time is up. I will quickly share how you can share your story, and we want to hear what you are doing. sdgscout.org is a site where you can find information about SDGs, the Earth Drive, different stories. If you click on each of these sites, these are dynamic. And here are some statistics if you want to see the statistics of your country. And we are having other resources at the very end. We have already 2 billion hours contributing with the efforts of you. And if you want to share your story, you need to click here. Go to take action. Okay, it's asking me to log in. Give me one moment. Take action. When you ask to take action, you need to have a profile on sdgs.scout.org. You take action and it will bring you to this space. To share your community project, please click here, community service project. You can choose your language. You decide what language you want to use and you continue. You can pick what topics do you want to use from all of this. Clean energy, culture and heritage, diversity. We will choose clean energy and it will offer me Earth Drive. And you can also choose what SDG you will work on. And all of that helps us to track down what is your story about. You will put the date, the location, your address, because that helps us share this information also with the National Sky Organization and they know where the projects are happening. And then you will write how many beneficiaries. It can be 1, it can be 10, 100. Be mindful. What are the participants? Participants are adult leaders, young people who is participating in the project, who is organizing it. Now you need to put the number of beneficiaries. These are the people who are receiving the results and benefits of your action. Again, you can put different numbers. Be mindful of what you are reporting because we are monitoring this and also reporting to our partners. We need to be truthful on the information that we share. We want to know your motivation, what inspired you to do the project. We want to know how you implemented, what steps you took for your project, who did you contact, how did you organize meetings or focus groups or activities? What was the impact at the end? What is the change that you see happening? What did you learn? Because that helps us find more inspiration for others and you help inspire other young people because sometimes not everything goes well in the projects. So you can share with them what you learned in the project. Good things that went well and things that went not so well. All are learnings and help us to be active citizens. We definitely need photos and good images of your actions. If you want to put the group photo, it's okay. It's not the most important photo that we want. We want the images of what happened, what was before and what was after. How does it look after you did the contribution? How were the people working to install the solar panels or to do the cleanups? We want to hear stories or testimonials from the people, from the beneficiaries happy about the end result. You need to find a catchy title because if you put a title that is not necessarily super sassy, maybe your story will not be read. The same as in the newspaper or in the magazines. So think and get creative with your title and then save and submit. This will go to a system that will review on your numbers, on your projects, on the story, your images, and then it will be released and published. And these statistics go to your country and eventually will increase into our global impact towards our SDGs achievement. So that's it for sdgscout.org. And we have a question here. Yes. Okay. So that's it from my side. I hope you got more answers. You can always come back with questions in different moments. There are different people in the region and your NSO that can help you also with the recognitions and information about it. Back to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us clear insights into how to share our learnings to a platform where learning never stops. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. And also, I hope most of the questions and doubts our participants have will be clear by now. Now, we'd like to share a short visual video to showcase the Earth Tribe initiatives that are being undertaken by the members of Bharat Scouts and Guides. Shall we just go ahead? Over to the IT team.
Earth Tribe, Earth Tribe, Earth Tribe.
I pledge to avoid single-use plastic.
I pledge to avoid single-use plastic.
To reuse or recycle.
To reuse or recycle.
The plastic that I use.
The plastic that I use.
Educate others.
To educate others
About plastic waste.
about plastic waste.
And to take action.
And to take action.
To make plastic.
To make plastic
A thing of the past.
a thing of the past.
We are the ocean speaking. We are the trees breathing. We are the mountains standing hand in hand. We are the fruit of the land. We are the people of the colors, heading nowhere without each other. Watch our roots float to the sun. We are part of everyone. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of light. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of light. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of love. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of love. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of love. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of love. Earth Tribe, in a sea of skies, dance in a circle of love. Earth Tribe.
Thank you so much, IT team, for showcasing that inspiring video in which the young people of the Bharat Scouts and Guides are taking action. And I hope this serves as a starting point for learnings and bigger ripples to create a change in the world we live in. Moving ahead, I'd like to invite our awesome consultant, Sri Madhusudan Amala, to say a few words to our participants. Hello, sir. Over to you.
सबको बुलाने
Okay.
next
So-
invite director sir.
Yes. So Madhu sir is unable to join us here now, but we all know he sends us all our well wishes to all of us here. So joining us here now is none other than our Director of Bharat Scouts and Guides, Dr. Rajkumar Kaushik. Welcome once again, sir. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to say the few words to address the young minds who have joined us here today. The Director, sir. Yes, I'd like to request the Director Sri Rajkumar Kaushik to say a few words to our participants in the webinar. Hello, sir.
Wait a minute, he might be joining.
I'm sorry? Yeah, he'll be joining with us shortly. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you can proceed. If he comes, you can invite. He's another meeting now. He's in another meeting with the government officials.
Okay, sir, sure. So if anyone has any questions or queries, please use this opportunity. You've got a great platform right here. Please do ask your questions, share your experience, and we are all here. So please go ahead. The chat box and the Q&A section is all yours. Yes. We have many people sharing your experiences and what you are doing.
Director BSG has joined.
Yes.
BSG has joined.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome once again, sir. We'd like to say it would be great if you could address our young minds who are here with us today for this webinar on Earth Strike. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, on the behalf of Bharat Guides, I welcome Cynthia once again. And thank you very much that you have spared your valuable time for our webinar. And all my colleagues and all the young children, rovers, rangers, unit leaders, definitely I think you might have got the good information, knowledge from Cynthia, who is expert in SDG. And really, Kumud, I must give a congratulations to you for inviting Cynthia for this webinar. And nowadays, it is the need of not only our community, even of our nation also. And our government of India is also very much interested to adopt all the SDGs at all levels. And all of you know that the BSG has already included the SDG in our syllabus also. And now in the new revised Voyager program, which just now we have reviewed, and it will still take time for final approval, in which we have included all the SDG subject also in our syllabus. And very soon we are going to have survey also on new Voyager program, means what we have reviewed. It will be made available in our website, in social site also, for comments from all of you, that what subject do you want to be added, or any subject which you don't want that it should not be in your program. So it will be made available so that this program will be as per the need of you people. So once again, congratulations to AD Southern Region and all the IT team for organizing such a wonderful program. And I hope that Cynthia and other our WACS and APR members will continue their support, and we will continue with such type of important webinars. Just for information of Cynthia, I think you also know that BHG was the first National Scout Organization and the MO who started the online programs. And now number of webinars we have already conducted in all respect. Now our young people know very well, and we have been now tie up with even UNICEF. We are now partner of the UNICEF, and also we are partner of now Government of India in the Culture Ministry because of our successful webinars.
You are leading the path, and we are very grateful that you are also helping others see the potential of online education.
So thank you. And now we have showed that this such type of pandemic cannot become hurdle in regard to the progress of our youth. And our youth has proved that they can fight with such type of pandemic in future also, and they are all ready. Now the third layer doesn't have any effect with us. And now mostly all the institution after 2 years going to be open, or some of the state has already opened. So we hope that we may do more better scouting guiding physically also now in future. And we have already announced number of youth program now, and circular will be issued after do some completing some formalities. And our adventure program is also now going on well. And we are also going to introduce very soon a water activities special program, scuba diving, etc. In our activities, so that the young people will have more and more attractive activities in the organization. So once again, thanks to all of you. And my dear children, let us work together and fight with the this type of pandemic to help the community and also to help the nation to fulfill the dream of our Prime Minister, so that the BHG will become top in the world. And I'm very happy to announce you that the BHG India is now top in the WACS. There we have come in the first rank as per information received by me. We are now expecting a letter from WACS. After that only officially we will declare it. So now the next target is to become the first NSO in the WOJM. And definitely, I think by 2025, the India will be top in the WOJM census also. And the credit goes to all the youth, because you people only doing the work so that the other youth are also attracting towards the organization. And definitely, we will achieve the target with the help of all our National Youth Committee members and as well as our young children. Thank you once again to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your thought-provoking and motivating words. Now we are almost at the end of our program. It is my honor to invite the evergreen and energetic leader of Bharat Scouts and Guides India, who always motivates and loves to work with young people. She is none other than Mrs. Kumud Mehra ma'am, Assistant Director, Southern Region, and also the leader of the event. I invite you, ma'am, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Shubham, before vote of thanks, just I want to make one more information to all of you that now we have received confirmation from District Collector Shivani in Madhya Pradesh. We are going to get very soon a very big land in Shivni, which is also a Mughal land. Means the Kapling story on Mughal was based on Shivni forest only. So all of you will very soon receive a very good information about starting of the campsite. So let us hope for the best and get ready yourself and your friends and your neighbors for the camping in Shivni forest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, once again, I would like to invite Kumud ma'am to please deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you.
Thank you, Subham. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible? The earth is a fine place worth fighting for. The words are very true. We have only one earth. It is our duty to join hands to save and restore our environment. Good evening to everyone. Sabhi ko namaste. I take great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to all of you. I, on behalf of Honorable President Bharat Scouts and Guides, Dr. Anil Kumar Jain sir, Honorable Chief National Commissioner Bharat Scouts and Guides, Dr. K.K. Khandelwal sir, and entire team of Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters, I extend my thanks to our beloved Miss Cynthia Marquez, Madam, Senior Manager, Educational Initiative, MOP, World Scout Bureau, Global Support Center. Thank you, Madam, for wonderful and informative session. Thank you. Thank you. Your support to BSc, taking time to join us here today. Thank you. Hope to receive your similar support and cooperation in future also. Once again, thank you, Madam. I am also very grateful to our WASM consultant, Mr. Madhusudan Avala, for their help and support. Thank you, Madhusudan sir. I am very grateful to our respected Director Bharat Scouts and Guides, Dr. Rajkumar Kaushik sir, and Joint Director Scout Bharat Scouts and Guides, Joint Director Scout Program and Training, Sri Amar Bahadur Chetri sir, National Coordinator Messenger of Peace, who have been the pillar of support for this program to take place. I cannot express simple words of gratitude on what your invaluable support and guidance provided for this whole team in making this event grand success. Thank you very much, sir, our director, sir, and our Chetri, sir. I'm also grateful to all the participants and viewers for actively participating in the webinar, joining here today. Thank you, and making this event a very successful and grand success. Thank you, one and all. This event would not possible without our motivated technical team and master of ceremony, Sri Saran Raj, regional media correspondent, Southern region, pre-LT scout from Tamil Nadu state, Miss Ayantika Kundu, coordinator, former co-chairperson, National Youth Committee, Ranger West Bengal, Miss Dakshina Indumati, today MC, Ranger Tamil Nadu state, Mr. Subham, Rover, Eastern Railway, Christopher Rover, Kerala state, Blaise John, Rover, Kerala state, Vanilla, Vedadri Sai, Andhra Pradesh, and yes, thank you very much, Mr. Pasa, technical team, national headquarters. Thank you for your support. Really, you work hard, and कोई भी शब्द मेरे पास नहीं है आप लोगों को जो इस तरीके से हमको सपोर्ट किया. Thank you one and all. Once again, I thanks to everyone, all those who are present here, and आपके इसी तरह का सहयोग हम आगे भी चाहते हैं. हमारे आगे आने वाले वेबिनार को आप इसी तरीके से सफल बनाते रहिए और आपका सहयोग ही हमारी सफलता का कारण होगा. Thank you one and all. Over to Master of Ceremony. Take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am. At this juncture, keeping her words in mind, let us make a promise to our planet to make this world a better place and also uphold it. The feedback link will be shared in the chat box by the team members. Do fill in the form without fail. The link will remain open for an hour since you've received the link. Thank you so much once again for your enthusiastic participation. We look forward to seeing you on 1st March for our webinar on Scouts of the World Award. With that, we are concluding our program for today, and I request everyone to rise up for the national anthem.
जन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone.